start recording. Yeah. And now on the bottom, HCl, we go look up HCl. It's 0.50, 0.50. And do we need to square it or anything? Yep, it should be squared. And F2 is 0.40. And it does not need to be squared. And now we just plug that all into our calculator. Plug it in and see what you get. See if you get the same number as I do. I got 7.2. Did I do it correctly? Did we do it? Did I do it correctly? Yay! Good stuff. Do you like that question? Is that nice and easy? Is that kind of like, you know, going back to Chem 11 again, just throw some numbers in, press the button. Okay, so we're gonna like that. So here's how to lose or not lose marks. You have to write Keq equals. This is on the same page. It's just down below the question. You must write the Keq expression. What you don't need to write is concentration of products over concentration of reactants. Do not write okay, that's not specific enough. You have to put in the actual products and the actual reactants. Does that make sense? You can't just say products and hope for the best. Okay, you actually have to write in the chemical species. You have to use square brackets around the chemical formulas. Okay, and that's because you are indicating that it is the concentration. So, yes to NH3 with square brackets, no to NH3 with round brackets. You must use round brackets around the numbers when you plug them in, because if you wrote concentration of 0.30, that would mean the concentration of 0.30, which I'm hoping makes no sense to you because it really doesn't make sense. Okay, so when you put in the 0.30 molar, yes, put it in round brackets. No, do not put it in square brackets. Now, here's a weird one, and yet I see it all the time. The terms in the numerator and the denominator are multiplied, not added. I don't know where these plus signs come from, right? But they appear. People write them. And I don't know where they came from. I think it's just like, you know, your brain goes, right? You're writing a quiz and it goes, and all of a sudden there's a plus sign there. Try not to do that, okay? All right, example number 2. Ooh, we get to do some algebra here. Easy algebra. At a certain temperature, concentration of H2 is equal to 2.5 times 10 to the negative 2 molar. Concentration of I2 is 3.1 times 10 to the negative 2 molar. And we are told that the Keq value is 8.6 times 10 to the negative 2. And we want to solve for the equilibrium concentration of HI. That's what we want to find. So, same thing as before. What's the very first thing you're going to write? Keq equals. Yes? And then you're going to say, I put my products on the top. So I've got H2, which is a gas. So yes, I include it. And I've got I2, which is a gas. So yes, I include it. And on the bottom, we have HI, which is also a gas. Because it has a coefficient of 2, we will raise it to the power of 2. Now you have a choice as to whether to solve first and then plug in, or plug in and then solve. I would recommend solving first and then plugging in. Does that make sense? Because otherwise you're having to move around big numbers, whereas here you're just moving around things. Now, if you can go straight to concentration of HI squared is equal to H2 times I2 over Keq, that is fabulous. But if you cannot go straight there, like if your brain's just like, how did that happen? Then what you're going to do is you're going to say, I need to find HI. Right now, HI is on the bottom. Yes, HI squared is on the bottom. So I would multiply both sides by HI squared, which would bring it up into the numerator over here. And then I want HI by itself. So I would divide both sides by Keq, because that would cause Keq to now no longer be with the HI. And what we've ended up with then is HI squared times nothing is equal to H2 times I2 divided by Keq. Okay, but if you can just do that in your head without showing all that, that's also fine. Okay, so your choice as to whether you want to work through it that way or not. Now, once you have this, you don't have to automatically start saying, oh, I need to put the square root in. You can do the math first and then do the square root in a separate step. Yes? Which is what I would probably do, because I don't like writing big square root signs all over the place. So I would just plug in my H2 concentration, which is 2.5 times 10 to the negative 2. My I2 concentration, which is 3.1 times 10 to the negative 2. And my Keq, which is 8.6 times 10 to the negative 2. Plug that into your calculator and see what you get. Actually, I'm going to do it down here. Is that what you get? 9.0116? Okay, and then you can say, well, I don't actually want HI squared, I want HI. So what that means is I will take the square root of this side and I will take the square root of that side. Is good? Okay, where did that one go? It just disappeared. There we go. So now we have concentration of HI is equal to, and we will take the square root of that number, and we get 0.09493. 9493. Yes. How many sig figs should we have? Let's go back to our calculation and take a look. We've got 2 sig figs, 2 sig figs, and 2 sig figs. So how many sig figs in our answer? 2 sig figs. So what that's going to become then is, remember, these are just placeholder zeros, 0.0. Those don't count. And then 9, 4. Those are your 2 sig figs. Now, remember, you do not want or need a unit for KEQ, but have we just found KEQ, or have we found something else? We have found something else. We have found concentration. What is the unit of concentration? Molar. Done. 95. Thank you. Yes, it should round to 95. There we go. 0.095. Thank you. So is this good? Okay. There is an example here that we're not going to get a chance to go through because we're going to run out of time, even though it goes to 40. What time do we go to today? 41. But basically what's happening is you're going to have grams per liter. You're going to have grams per liter. So you're going to have 17.0 grams of NH3 per 5.00 liters. Yes, you will need to convert that into moles per liter. Yes? So that would be 17 grams of NH3 per 1 mole. That's the molar mass. I will post a video with this example done, okay? And you'll watch that for homework. And then you'll do the exercises on page 95. Okay? Watch video I post. Do exercises on page 95.
Is it this format is all the short answer, or is it multiple choice?
Multiple choice.
Oh, sorry. If I borrow a ruler?
A ruler, yes. Help yourself. Thank you.
Also, it's like someone.
Yes.
Last week I told you I'm traveling on 13th.
Okay. So we are. Yeah, we're doing that here. So you can write it either from 30 or on the reading. I don't think you're going to be ready for it. You could try that, or you can have to go to that. I hear exactly. So I'm sure it's that review process. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. Hi. Give my test. Yes. All right, everyone's phones are up and away, are they? Does anybody else need a ruler? Did we not get one? Anyone need a ruler? I'll just come around with them. No, anyone else ruler? Anyone else ruler? Good. Okay. Excellent. What's this?